season, everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams, two teams that have defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step to become a college football undefeated national champion. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Okay, ready? Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Tackle made with a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
A completion sets up a second down play.
42 Spider.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Running with purpose. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Another first down and another good work by this back from Florida State. I'll tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
Got it.
The Seminoles pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Slam. Ready.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
The shotgun running play call. And they pick up the first out of the 20, getting closer to the red zone.
Well, if you're going to win a national championship, when you get to third downs, you've got to find a way to convert. And here on this opening drive, it's exactly what this offense has been able to do. This time on the ground, keep those sticks moving.
He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to pass here on second down. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback looking to scramble. And the senior calls his own number. Keeps this drive moving.
Well, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Knowles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Cricket.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Leading naked into the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. Wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to roll around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert for themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to find some room. It's Henderson. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are straight and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down.
And here comes a deep shot. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. The Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. That one moves the ball across the 40.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Ready?
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Green 25.
And he'll set up to throw. And that one's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Hand off to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Ready, set.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
Come on, set. Ready, go.
A quick throw out left, complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Now it's third down and long, and they hate to waste this great field position.
Easy.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You want to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
Going to go for it here on fourth and inches. Hands off to a fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He drops back in the gun. He'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, no. This quarterback on fire.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
On the double.
Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time they went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points when they bounce back here. Keeping it on the ground here. And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Ready.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Ready up. 42 spot. Ready.
Tailback with another carry. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
It's third down for the offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Okay, ready.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Seminoles will have first and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Penalty makes it first down and 20. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain. Not enough for the first down.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
On the ready.
Getting set. Here's second down.
Blitz. Ready.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
He finds his man. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. No problem. Knocks it right through. And then will extend their lead even further. Except for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Offense moving to a bunch formation. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stopped him short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Ready up.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Go, bro. Go.
He'll hand it off. Tackle, but first down.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a first and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here comes a handoff. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
Okay, ready?
Second down play coming up.
Green 25.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And the extra point was up and good. And the returner decides to signal fair catch.
Ready?
And the Seminoles Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Settled for a field goal last time out. Can they open things up on this possession? Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
The Noles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He eludes the rush. Ball is free in the backfield. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Going the other way, can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Slides the quick throw. He makes the stop. Not before a solid game that time. The Seminoles cover the line in a hurry up. He'll hand it off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it right near the end zone. He scores. Touchdown, Florida State. The offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Offense will keep it on the ground here. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Who was successful last time out. This attempt is from 42 yards away. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Noles will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Bringing pressure. And that pass falls incomplete.
But these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion.
Cricket. Go.
Now they're running on the toss. Throws a stiff arm. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
And that will pick up a first down, spotted at the 38.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow them back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Ready? The gain makes a second and medium. They're going to run it here. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here in this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is off. Again, you got to give credit to the defense, but I'm just shocked to see the way they're performing today.
We'll call for the fair catch here. The Florida State offense on the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. There's the handoff. Powers through. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
The thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
1st and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Okay.
So second down after the incompletion.
29 Philly. Two times.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled inside the 35, picks up a 1st down.
With the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence.
Touchdown, Seminole. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless. Oh, and it's blocked. And they grab it. It's a live ball here. The 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way back for 2 points. What a play.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Set up a screen pass here and bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 25. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
They'll try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And he's got it, the 2-point conversion. Cuts the lead to 16, a 2-score game.
I thought the defense had a shot here to stop this 2-point try, but the quarterback was a magician. Great job of pitching that to the back to be able to use his speed to get to the corner for the 2-point try.
Okay,
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Ready?
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Easy. Ready, go.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down.
Fire.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The defense defense grabs him after the completion, just short of the first down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. He's got it. A fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up for the first down.
Chris, here on fourth down, I thought they might be a little bit more conservative, but give them credit. They take a shot downfield and hit it for the first down and much, much more.
The Knowles with 1st and 10 here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Nice job here being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
The Seminoles look to keep this drive moving.
Easy.
Ball handed off. Football comes out. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And the Knowles hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal.
Reload.
1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Knowles. And the route is on.
That's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
No problem. BAT right down with it. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just...
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. Jet sweep. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play.
Jackrabbit.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. He's past the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida State to stretch the lead. Their route is on. This man cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard and just so much fun to watch.
Extra points. What's the uprights? And the return starts just inside the end zone. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. First down, we're going to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Championship game, and there is nobody who can cover this guy. What a monster performance by this receiver.
Chris, one of the biggest stage in college football, and this guy's treating it like he's playing a video game. My gosh, he's got this defense in la la land out there.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Defense is coming after him. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. That's a short return, but it wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done that.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Makes the grab in the end zone. breaking down. They've got him. It's a sack. Two-point try fails, and they can't cut into the lead. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hand seam able to make a crucial recovery. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They're going to run it. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all year long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
3:25.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops it just short of the mark. Down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. Got to be careful letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And he knocks it right through the uprights. And that will extend the lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Steps out of bounds after a huge pickup, but hang on. There is a penalty marker on the play. This one might be coming back. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lofting it toward the left sideline. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great...
Looking to throw it deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
42 Spider.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Going again on 2nd and 10. And this time it's complete. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take...
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And they tack on the extra point. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the Hams team able to recover the football. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
Second down here. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Not much on that play. Brought down short. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
When you go through the grind that this team has gone through, you learn to realize that your quarterback's going to be able to deliver on critical down and distances. There you go. Third down. Big-time opportunity to put this game away. They convert, and I think that may do it.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the second down play.
Let's go!
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So 2 runs produce nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Easy!
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So out comes the field goal team one more time. This kicker has been busy today. He's made 3 already. We'll see if he's got the leg from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Well, going to the line here with the clock running.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
When he can't bring it in, might have heard some good steps there over the middle. Second down now. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. We'll look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Looking for his back. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down. The catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. The Buckeyes looking to run some tempo here. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground. It's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Florida State Seminoles.